Okay, I restarted the game. Hopefully that'll sort out the issue. Cargo hold. I am over encumbered to high hell with resources. So no inventory. I want to store, not take. I'm already over encumbered. And we're at max capacity. That's unfortunate, but not much I can really do about that one. We need to start using some of these resources though, for sure. And I need to start making some money. I also discovered that I got a pretty nice pistol. Where are you? Why can't I speak to you?
Miss
Marika.
the sound of my voice, huh?
Let's trade
I'm
here.
happy to help, Captain.
So, basically, I don't know when I got it, but I got it from one of the quests. I didn't do any quests off screen. It must have been one of the rewards that I got from completing the quest recently that I did in a previous episode. Because we got this fancy Deadeye pistol, which looks sick, and I'm gutted that I've limited myself to melee only. Because that looks ill. Look at that. It looks sexy. Oh, I want to use it, but I can't. But yeah, she has a nice weapon on her, which is pretty nice. I don't know what weapon she was using. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know if she was using this or something else. She was using something. Damage free, but low. Whereas that does a lot of damage and is a rifle. I don't know what she was using. I mean, the poison Grendel is nice for extra damage against humans. Fast fire rate. I suppose I could give her that. Well, we got some stuff we want to sell. It might have been that modified Equinox that she was using. But we'll have her use the Grendel instead. I'll take that off you. I'm going to let her keep onto the pistol. I might give that to another companion. So what spacesuit does she have? She is a Star Roamer. Okay, cool. She has a Star Roamer space helmet. I wonder, is my spacesuit better for her? So if I give her that, for example, or a Varun spacesuit. Oh, she can't carry any more. Hang on. Right. I just want to see which is better for you for her to equip. I think that's better for her to equip. So we'll equip that onto you for now. We'll take this off you. We'll take this off you because we know we can give you an upgrade to that too. Right, my inventory. I'm going to give you a... I don't have a spare Varun helmet. But I can give you this, I guess. You can have that. And then I'll give you this too. She can't. Right, I need to take some stuff off her then. I don't know how. I took. Hang on, Marika. What have we got? So you got this on now. Got that on you. She's got that, which is nice. We'll take these weapons off you real quick. No. Take that from you. We'll take your resources. We'll take these off you. That should lower your weight a bit. And then I go to my inventory. I give you the Varun. There you go. Fancy that. Oh, I got a deputy uniform now, do I? Less physical resistance, though. Still pretty cool. Right, let's go back to you. Because if you don't need this, and you can equip that, which is better, I'll clip that onto you, and I'll take that back. There you go, she's looking nice. With that. You know what? Do you mind if I ask you some personal questions? We're not got
Sure,
to know her.
ask away.
We've just been running around with her, we're not asked her anything. Where are you from?
I was raised in Hope Town on Polvo. It's a corporate town run by Ron Hope, the CEO of Hope Tech Manufacturing.
I see.
He likes to sell it as a utopia, a place where workers are provided everything they need for a happy life.
Nice.
But that's a lie. The conditions are awful for the average person in Hope Town. Almost everyone there lives hand to mouth.
Why are the conditions there so bad?
It's Ron Hope's fault. He controls everything that happens in Hope Town. Our entire economy is dependent on him. There's nothing stopping him from increasing wages and improving safety in his factories, but he won't do it. Keeping your workforce poor and plying them with cheap liquor at company stores is a good way to keep them around.
I suppose. And what was it like growing up there?
I grew up on the edge of poverty, like most working class people in Hope Town. My parents' wages from Hope Tech barely kept food on the table. For a long time, I couldn't imagine my life any other way. Ron Hope does a good job making sure his workers feel like they're being cared for.
I see.
It wasn't until I got old enough to start working in the factories myself that I started to understand how bad things really were.
Can you tell me a little bit about Hope Tech?
Hope Tech is a starship manufacturer. They make cargo freighters and other industrial vehicles. Most of them are clunky eyesores, barely suited for grav jumping.
I see.
But people keep buying them, so Hope Tech keeps making them.
Fair. It feels like that. I'm surprised more people don't
I
leave.
think more people would if they had the chance. But Hope Tech makes it almost impossible. They barely make enough to keep the lights on, let alone start a new life outside of Hope Town. That's why I joined the Freestar Rangers.
I see.
I knew they'd fly me to Aquila for training, and I wanted to do something more meaningful with my life than building starships. I thought being a ranger would be a perfect fit, but it didn't turn out like I was expecting. Boarding the ship to leave Hope Town might be the best thing that happened to me while I was a deputy.
How was working with the Rangers different than you were expecting?
In the stories I heard growing up, the Rangers were always described as the ultimate champions of justice in the galaxy.
Oh, yeah?
But if you've spent any time in the Freestar Collective, it's obvious that they haven't even made a dent in the problems there.
I see.
Just look at Neon. Poverty and crime are all over the city, but the Rangers barely bothered to patrol it. Learning that made me reconsider my opinion of them.
I see. Sorry to hear Hope Town wasn't what you expected.
No apology needed, huh? It's not your fault.
True.
For all that working with the Rangers wasn't for me, I still learned a lot. It was eye-opening to see how people live all over the Freestar Collective. I thought the conditions in Hope Town were unique, but leaving Polvo showed me I was wrong about that.
I see. How did leaving Polvo change your perspective on the Freestar Collective?
It showed me that Ron Hope's attitude isn't unique. The Freestar Collective is full of people willing to take advantage of others to get what they want. And there are barely any systems in place to stop them. No one to tell them no or punish them for it. That's the downside of the Freestar way of doing things, huh?
Sounds like most
No
governments.
social safety nets. It's hard for anyone born into poverty to improve their situation, especially with people like Ron Hope and Benjamin Bayou in power.
Who's Benjamin Bayou?
He's the administrator of Neon. He basically owns the city. I like to say that not a credit gets spent on Volai Alpha that doesn't end up in Bayou's pocket. I feel sorry for anyone who has to grow up there. Povo was bad, but at least we didn't have violent gangs.
I see. Never really thought about it like that
You're
before.
not alone. Most Freestars aren't very good at introspection. I took plenty of flack for criticizing the Rangers before I left the Freestar Collective behind.
Now I'm working for him, which is kind of ironic, huh? Can you tell me more about why you decided to leave the Freestars?
The longer I spent with the Rangers, the more I started to feel like they serve the Freestar Collective's government more than its citizens.
Yeah.
I couldn't make peace with the fact that an organization that claimed to stand for freedom and individuality let places like Hope Town exist. Eventually, the hypocrisy was too much. I made the decision to resign and move to the UC. It seemed like people there might share more of my views.
What made you think the UC would be better?
There's a reason the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective have never quite seen eye to eye. They do things very differently.
I see.
The UC provides services like healthcare and job placement for its citizens. Those kind of things don't exist in the Freestar Collective. My opinions about the government's responsibility to its citizens seem to fit better with the UC's way of doing things.
I see. I think I would have made the same decision.
It was the right decision, but it wasn't an easy one. My family is still in Hope Town. That was almost enough to keep me from leaving the Freestar Collective. But I had my mind set on finding a better place for all of us. I've been trying to find my parents a way out of Hope Town for years. I thought if I moved to the UC and found out things were better there, they might finally be willing to consider it.
Did you find what you were looking for when you moved to the UC?
I thought I did at first. New Atlantis is clean and safe, and most of the people there are happy. And it seemed like the government was doing a lot to keep it that way. But my perspective changed after I took an entry-level job with UC Security. They stationed me in the well. I couldn't believe the conditions down there. It made all the UC talk of a perfect society seem like propaganda. The more I started looking around, the more cracks I saw in the whole thing.
I've never... What kind of things did you see in the world that changed your perspective?
The UC makes a show of promising job placement and housing options to all its citizens.
Yeah.
But if those programs exist in the well, there's no sign of them.
I see.
Most people down there live in the same conditions I saw in Hope Town. There's crime and unemployment, and a lack of good medical care. It's nothing like the rest of New Atlantis. But you'd never know that from the outside, of course.
I see. What good would it do? I never believed things in the UC are as perfect as Mass would like us to think.
It all seems just a little bit too shiny when you really start to look closely, huh? I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks so. Once the wool fell from my eyes, living in New Atlantis lost its luster. That's when I decided life in the major factions wasn't for me. The problems run too deep. There's corruption and division everywhere. And not enough people are willing to see it. I don't think that will change anytime soon. It seems to me like the only option is starting over, huh? Founding a colony without the influence of massive governments and corporations.
Yeah.
Maybe people would be kinder to each other in a place like that.
Maybe you should be the person to try it.
You read my mind, Captain. You're really getting to know me, huh? I've been thinking about the idea of founding my own settlement for a while. It isn't in my nature to sit around while the problems in the settled systems get worse. But I'm not rushing into anything. If I'm really going to do this, I need to get a better sense of how people live all over the settled systems.
I see.
That means visiting the major cities and looking at both the good things and the bad. That way, I can decide what things I want to keep and what I am going to leave behind. Good thing I'm working for a captain that likes to travel, huh? We'll hit all the major cities in no time.
Sure. I think I can help you with that.
I appreciate it. And don't you worry, I won't let this distract me from my normal duties. You're still the boss.
Appreciate it, appreciate it. Okay, well that's interesting. We got
Let's
to know
talk
her a
again
bit.
soon, huh?
After all this time we've travelled together and not even asked her anything. Very interesting. So, I'm gonna go sell some things, and I think I've just thought of an idea. There was a storage chest inside of the constellation and whatnot, right? So that doesn't have a storage limit. What if I offload a load of my supplies to there? And this ship is huge, huh? I've also learnt that if you enter the ship, you enter the lower levels and you can't get to the top levels. You have to actually choose cockpit to access the higher floor, which is really strange, but I guess that's just the layout of this ship, I guess. We can't go up there, but let's go down. Oh no, wait, no, yeah you can. You just come over here. I'm just blind, I guess. I just didn't notice. I thought it was strange when I entered. But yeah, I might go do that. So, I'll be back. We'll go to our room. And I can store a bunch of stuff in that chest that seems to have no carry limit. So, yeah. It was upstairs, wasn't it? It was upstairs, yeah. No! Okay, we locate our room by knowing that this is outside. Right. Wait a minute. Is this our room? Where's my chest? Right here. There it is. Inventory. So we'll store that for now. And we'll store all our resources. And there's just a few trips back to the ship and back. So I'll call the episode here while I do that. If you have enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace.